Hi everyone, this is Arcadius and welcome back to Naval. It has been quite a while since I did my last video. There has been a lot of new information that has come out. Don't worry, I will get to all of that. I do apologize for the long break. I started a new job, some more training, and honestly, I haven't had much free time to myself lately. Um, so this will be quite a long video, but at the end of it, I will be doing the current event that is coming out, right, or that is available right now for the Golden Yamato. So if you're just more interested in seeing that, feel free to skip ahead. I will be going over all the updates that have come out since my last video. And then we can take a look at some of the newer ships and camos that have come out. There's actually been quite a bit, including a new start of a tech tree. All of that is exciting. So let's go back over to Facebook and just check out to see what we've missed in the meantime. All right, so I believe I ended off here for February 15th. So let's take a look to see what we missed. So we have a sister ship of French cruiser Algerie, that's incorrect the way they have it there, and Soviet battleship Project 64. So for me, that's Poltava. Some changes to Yamato. We got more health, which is always nice. Guam now has radar, which does make her different than Alaska now. They at least have some differences, so that's nice because they're kind of exactly the same, except one had a little bit higher stats but was also at a little bit higher matchmaking. So it's good to see that one has something the other doesn't. Gloucester has some changes. Albemarle has some changes. Nothing really all that exciting there. February 22nd, we have a development blog for a new British battleship. That's actually, yeah, it's released in the game at this point. It's a rank point ship. It's called HMS Jellicoe. It's what the King George V would have looked like had she had gotten all three of her quad 14-inch gun turrets. It's a 9.0, 3 quad 14-inch guns, 8 twin 5.25s, no torpedoes. You can read this here if you'd like. Some increased AA as well, it looks like. What I've... Ooh, wait a moment, it has a smoke consumable? That's new. Hold on, let me gather my thoughts. All right, so just looking at it in the port, it looks pretty similar to Prince of Wales. Now, if you remember from my Prince of Wales video, she is an event ship, so you can't get her right now, unless she is actually in the special shop, which she might be. And that ship is a fire starter through and through. You have a 45.2% chance of fire on your HE shells, and they're 14-inch guns, so they fire really, really quickly. Nonetheless, you just light everything on fire and let the fire do the damage for you. Same thing with Jellicoe here. You're going to be lighting tons of fires at tier 9. You have 12 guns, 8 in the front, so you can probably even battle tank for a little bit there. It's just going to be so good. And a smoke consumable, that is very interesting. That is the first battleship with a smoke consumable. I'm actually considering getting this ship with my rank points. Now, for those of you who know, I don't play Arena too much, so I don't get rank points too often. So I've been saving up for the Coral Sea Carrier because that's just a ludicrous amount of damage with your torpedo bombers and dive bombers. But I'm not a really good carrier player. So I would use this ship more than Coral Sea. So I'm very much considering getting this one, but I'll think about it a little bit more. But it does look quite interesting, to say the least. Alright, here's another update for... Well, this is actually the update for the 22nd. We just read the developer dialogue beforehand. French Destroyer T-47 is available for research. There are 2 new French destroyers in the game, T-47 and T-53. I'm not a fan of either one, but I will do videos on them soon. I know in my last video I said I would start doing the French destroyer line, but before I could do that, they had previews for these 2 destroyers, so I wasn't going to start that just to have two other destroyers show up and have to do separate videos for them. So I waited until they were out. They are both out now, so I can start that when I feel like it. But that T-47 is available. There's an RP camo of Gloucester available in the special shop. It is absolutely ugly, in my opinion. No offense to whoever designed it, but it just does not mesh well with my idea of camo. I'll certainly show you it. We have French voice lines now. There's a pack. Changes to Project 65. New Orleans actually dropped from 7.5 to 7.0. I don't think there's been any change to her besides the number, though. It's a similar thing with Federtaka. When she was dropped from a 5.0 to a 4.0. She's still tossed into 5.0 games, though. So the matchmaking itself hasn't changed, just the number. And then change some to her armor, like she needed less armor. Shorane? I don't remember what Shorane is, actually. But regardless, that was the update for the 22nd. And here we have the start of a side branch for the US battleship line. This is quite another long development blog, also released on the 22nd. A lot of stuff going on here. 3 fast battleships to the US battleship branch. We have the South Dakota to start with. So this one is going to be a tier 8. So just like Massachusetts, except you're actually losing guns. You lose 2 secondaries. I don't really know exactly if there's any other major differences between her and Massachusetts. Massachusetts is a good ship. She does have her weaknesses, but overall she's pretty good guns, low shell velocity, good, I'd say good armor, but she can be citadels through the stern, and she has very high, freeboard. So a lot of shells can hit her side. So South Dakota shouldn't be much more different, but she does have strong AA. Next we would have USS Connecticut. It's based on a 1938 project, a 9.0 matchmaking, 16-inch Mark 6 guns mounted on 4 triple turrets, and then 5-inch Mark 12 guns mounted on 8 twin turrets. So kind of like a Montana, except with 2 less twin 5-inch guns, I guess. It's going to have 40 mils, 20 mils, but not the 28 mils and the 12.7s that were in the plan. Let's see here. Connecticut is slightly inferior to South Dakota and Iowa. So it looks like you're trading your armor for firepower and speed, which makes sense. So I guess you could play it as a battle cruiser, but a battle cruiser with 4 triple 16-inch guns. So like a fast, lightly armored Montana, I guess. We'll have to see. I am kind of interested in that. And then USS Virginia. We already have a Oh, did I rename it? Yeah, I think I renamed mine Virginia, so I'll have to rename this one. Introduced her once before. She is the largest one in the whole 1938C project. Same armament as the Iowa, so 3 triple 16-inch guns, 300,000 HP engine, and 6-inch dual-purpose secondary armaments. Okay, so yes, I did show a picture of this a long time ago. Don't ask me what video it was, because hell if I remember. But this was the Iowa. It was white, and it had the Worcester guns as secondary, so the auto-loading 6-inch. I was going to name it either Kearsarge or Kentucky, so I might follow through with that. So it looks like perhaps it'll be similar to Illinois then. Maybe it'll have a speed boost, or just be fast in general, but maybe not have the secondaries. But 6-inch secondaries would be good, but even if they're 6-inch, they're still going to shatter if it's high explosive. So I guess they're going for a battle cruiser variant of American battleships. Who knows? Only South Dakota so far is available for preview. It's not even released, and we can't even look at the other ones. These are some changes to the tech tree line in the game. You can read these Q&As. I don't think I actually read these, but whatever. And then it looks like we have just some pictures here. Yeah, nothing really too interesting. All right. The March 1st update. Adjustments to the arena points. French Destroyer T-53 is available for preview. So that was that second French Destroyer I was talking about. Newport News is available in the gem shop. So that's the Space Des Moines. New sister ships of Alsace and Toulouse are available. I don't know why Alsace keeps getting sister ships. She already has 2 of them. And this one doesn't give you any good bonuses, so whatever. Changes to Hakaze, Myoko, Takao. So Myoko and Takao have increased gun firing range, and the rate of fire for Hakaze is increased as well. That's nice. Right, March 8th, sister ship of French destroyer Mogador is available. It actually does look really nice too. Decrease health of Mogador down. Lafayette, for me that is... Actually, I think mine is Lafayette. I don't remember. Change that as well. Norfolk has increased accuracy and decreased dispersion, so she's... I love that ship. It's so much fun. Changes to Halford, and yeah, so just pretty much changes to health and another sister ship. Right, March 15th. Sister ship of German P-class cruiser is available. I actually missed that, and I only saw it the other day. French destroyer T-53 is available for research. I have that. Changes to Lexington and Saratoga, and Implacable, Taiho, and Hiryu. So it looks like we had quite a bit of carrier changes here, but I don't really play them that much, so I don't really pay attention. Alright, March 22nd. British battleship Jellicoe is available for preview. That is that new rank point ship that we talked about already. T-47 to the arena pool. Changes to Neptune. It can fire faster now. Seydlitz, that is the one with the 4 6.6-inch guns. Increase the maximum of armor-piercing shells. So if you remember from that video, I told her she's an AP spammer instead of an HE spammer. So that just got even stronger. British destroyers have some changes as well. Smoke consumables, duration increased. The duration of engine overload or speed boost increased. And apparently there's a torpedo issue on the sister ship. That was fixed. March 29th. South Dakota is available for preview and adjustments to the US tech tree. There we go. This is the event that we'll be going over in a moment. Reward is a small little special ship. It's a golden Yamato. That's nice. We don't really need another Yamato in the game, but it's there if you want it. And as far as special ships go, it's probably the strongest one. But again, who really plays special games? Whatever. There's points. Cool. Changes to Newport News. Change the high explosive rounds to a new type. I might have to take a look at that. I haven't tried Newport News since then. Gridley has some changes. More changes to Lexington. And T-53 is in the arena pool. Change the explosive rounds to a new type. I'm curious about that now. Alright, and this one came out 5 days ago for this week. Jellicoe is now available in the rank point shop. Sister ship of Kronstadt is available. Changes to Raphael. Decrease the main gun range. That's never usually a good thing. Renown now has a super repair. Trafalgar has radar. Maine, so for me that's Rhode Island, has a special damage control that reduces damage on high explosive rounds over 351 millimeters by 60% during the activation and cooldown. But yeah, so a lot of good stuff. Let's go take a look at the game. Alright, so let's start looking at some sister ships. We're going to start with Al-Jari. Forget what I named her. I think it's Jean-Marie. Yep, so Jean-Marie. I do not have names for all the sister ships yet, but we can take a look at the ones that I do. and the other ones. So this is the camo for Algeria. Not actually that bad. Um, yeah, so it's there. It's nice. And then we had Project 64, so Poltava got a camo. This one's actually pretty nice. I do like this one, simple yet effective. We also had, let me think, Kronstadt also has a camo. Where is she? There she is. This is Kronstadt camo, which actually does look nice. And if you switch over to the 15-inch guns, they also have the camo on that as well. P-Class Cruiser has camo too. This one's, again, really, really nice. I do like the red turrets. Always love adding camos to the game. I don't have names for those last two. And then I know that Gloucester has a camo, so let me show you that one here real quick. As soon as it loads, it's going to take a little bit. There we go. And where is the god-awful looking camo? Here it is. Yeah, what's going on here? This hurts my eyes, honestly. Like, yes, whoever did it, cool, great job. It looks okay. It just looks like confetti just threw up all over the ship, in my opinion. Alright. And then I guess I can show you. So I'm stuck between getting this ship and Jellicoe, which is the newest one that has come out. And I will show you that here. There we go. So like I said, this is the King George V with 3 quad 14-inch guns. High explosive is really, really strong. 45.2% chance of fire. Rate of fire is spectacular. And yeah, you can just see all this right through here. I'll just do a quick glance over. I'll actually go into depth when I do a video on her. But if she has a smoke generator, then that's going to be very deadly. Because we already saw how strong that was with Olympia, the newest American heavy cruiser here. So yeah, that is strong. Speaking about America, you can see here, New Mexico and Colorado have new spots. New Mexico goes to North Carolina, and then goes down to Iowa, and then Montana, and we have a South Dakota we can look at. So it's pretty much just looks like a Massachusetts, though it does seem like there's a lot more detail, which is nice. But the 5-inch gun that should be there is missing. If you want to see what it actually looks like, it's over here. So this is Massachusetts. She has that 5-inch gun right there. But South Dakota potentially will have more AA. Or at least that's what it looks like, in my opinion. But we'll see what happens. I'm excited to see these. And the French destroyers. So it goes from Le Terrible, and it's T-47 and T-53. I've named them Crescent and Dupère. So this is Crescent. You have 3 twin 127s, and you actually have 4 triple torpedo tubes. And this is Dupère. They're pretty much identical if you go back and forth between them, as you can see here. So if you know how to play one, you know how to play the other. And if you don't like one, then don't bother getting the last one, because you still have the same kind of armament. It's just a little bit different stats. It reminds me, there is another camo I have to show you, Margador. Here it is. I've renamed it Kleber. This actually is another case of the camo makes me want to play the ship more. And I remember back when I was referencing the French destroyer line of like, oh, it's really good in the beginning, gets kind of worse in the middle, and then it's garbage at the end. To some extent, that still is accurate, but I have found different ways to play at least Lahardi, and Mogador, and it feels a lot better. I enjoy playing Mogador now. Alright, enough talking around. Let me show you the ship you'll be working to get for this current event. Oh, I just saw it. Come back here. Here it is. Tiny little gold Yamato. Yep, this is it. It does say it has 20-inch guns, though, and 3 triple of them. So, that's insane. I don't think that's accurate, though, but you have reduced health. What's your armor like? You don't have reduced armor. Honestly, using this as a secondary ship in SP battles is quite nice, but we are going to go over the actual event itself. So let me get ready for that. Alright, so for the event, I'm going to be using L3, or Britannia. Mainly because I haven't used her in a while, and accuracy is going to be your friend in this event. You have an H-45 you are going up against, as well as a ship that I have talked about before, but this is the first time that Naval Creed has actually come forth about in showing, and that is the improved Project 66. So we know we already have Moskva. I'm talking about Stalingrad, an amazing battle cruiser. It is pretty much a Moskva, so this has like 9-inch guns. Stalingrad has 12-inch, so it's like kind of similar to Kronstadt, except way cooler, in my opinion. And I would love to have the ship in the game, and having them have it in this event proves that it can be put in this game because it's already here. I just hope it's not one of those ships that is only an event ship like the Louis XVIII ships, which are also in this event. I mean, that would be cool to have to be able to play as well, but as of so far, we haven't seen that. So we have some Stalingrads. I think there's a Coral Sea, Louis XVIII, and an H-45. And it's a daily mission, so you're going to use up all of your oil to do so. I did pass it already, and I just bought the rest of the points for it. We're going to do this solo because it's actually not that difficult. So FDR, H-45, 2 Louis the 16th, my mistake, and then 4 Stalingrads. As you can see, they're a 9.9 matchmaking. These ships are just so gorgeous, and I really want them in the game. I don't know what currency would be for. Hopefully prisms, mainly because I'm a sucker for prism ships. I was hesitant to believe that they would make it a rank point ship, though, because they already have Moskva as a rank point ship. I don't think you should have 2 ships that are pretty similar to each other for the same currency. So there's Stalingrad. I know it's can't really see it that much. Let me zoom in a bit. But yeah, so it's like a Moskva, except you can take a look at that one there. A little bit longer. I can't shoot yet. But more powerful. And I really, really, really want that ship. Ever since it's been released in Naval Creed, or, oh wow, I was way off. World of Warships, I've just wanted that ship so much. Same thing with FDR, though, which is why I'm so torn between the two of them. Either I have a really strong carrier, or I hold out and see what Stalingrad comes for. But I think Jellicoe is going to be a lot better. I might get that one and just start saving up for Coral Sea again. I can't hit anything worth a dang right now. It's been a while since I've used L3. There's the Louis the 16th, and then H-45 is a gold color. Alright, those should at least hit. The armor is not going to be great because it is, well, a battle cruiser, but honestly surviving 6 18-inch shells, that was pretty impressive. I think I might be actually a little too accurate here. So yeah, you just gotta... Wow, okay. It's doing nothing at all. I guess we'll try and take down the carrier here. Oh, we are in H-45's the secondary range, though, so we gotta get out of there. Start turning our turrets immediately. See if we can finish off this carrier, though it is a little bit behind. I'm not really getting any good hits this match. That's upsetting. I'm not too worried about H-45 right now. The carrier is what actually concerns me. I don't know why my shells aren't going where I need them to. It's kind of annoying, actually. Guess we can start working on H-45. I forget what I actually passed this mission with. It's been a while now. So yeah, we're just going to start working on H-45. It has 750,000 health. 6 ricochets? It's 18-inch guns. What are you talking about? Actually, the carrier is... Oh, well, it was up for a split second. Yeah. And we have the sights of the H-45. There we go. A kind of decent hit. Carrier is up. That is honestly the most dangerous threat here. Let's see if that's a good lead. And here comes the H-45 shells. Well, she turned out, but maybe one? Okay, there we go. That's better. And hopefully that'll finish her, and then everything else is a piece of cake, pretty much. But yeah, I'm very excited for Stalingrad. I really hope she finds her way into players' hands, and not just as an event ship, because that would be very upsetting. Alright, so now it's just H-45 and the 2 Louis XVI. And we have a carrier, me, and another battleship. Coral Sea to North Carolina. So the North Carolina is not going to last too long, and doesn't look like the carrier is either. So we have to try... Yep, that was a bad shot. And finish off the H-45 before they sink. And that'll leave us with just the 2 Louis XVI. There we go. That was a good hit right there. All 9 hit, and all 9 were citadels. The accuracy of L3 is unmatched. If you really need some accurate shots at long range, definitely go British battleship line. But you don't get access to high explosive, which is sometimes a drawback. In this case, it is not. 5 more citadels. So H-45 is not necessarily that strong. You just have to stay out of its secondary range and you'll be fine. Because the main guns can't really hit you all that well. If they do hit you, it hurts. But they have to hit you first. And honestly, if you use your bots as bait, and you just citadel her in the meantime, carrier's still up, North Carolina's untouched. Yeah, we're doing fine. Secondaries are opening up on that North Carolina though, so it's going to switch around and give us that broadside that we need. The Louis XVIs are getting quite far away though. I would like it if we could finish this up quickly. I am in H-45 secondary range, but she will only last for one more salvo, so I will accept that. Can North Carolina finish off? Yeah, there we go. Alright, which one of you do we want to shoot first? Because now I have to chase you down. And yeah, we just gotta chase down these Louis the 16ths. Once the Coral Sea goes down, though, they'll turn around. So, in the next shot, let's get our rear turret over onto starboard. So it looks like, well, this one was flooding, it looks like. It'll be an easy kill if we can hit it. Shell velocity is not being my friend right now with the distance I'm shooting at. Oh, she's burning. Yeah, this Louis the 16th is going to go down here pretty quickly, actually. Can I get the kill? No, just a ricochet. Cool. L3 is kind of disappointing me today. That's fine, we're going to switch over to this one, because the carrier has that first one. Oh, but the carrier went down. And gone. So this one's going to start turning around, which is nice. Out of that grouping, only 2 hit? Really? I feel like more would have hit. Well, regardless, we're going to slowly get closer and closer. I think they have 17.7-inch guns? I don't know if they can actually get through my bow plate. But if they bow tank me, I have MAP, or long fuse armor piercing, so that's no issue for me. And actually, I think... no, it doesn't look like she's going to turn bow in, so we're going to stick with armor piercing. And I got to get more lead. I'm so used to faster firing shells. But yeah, something like Kremlin or any Russian battleship would be pretty good here as well. They have really fast velocity shells that are nice, or Japanese battleships too. They have pretty fast shells. Their armor is a little bit worse though, so be careful when giving broadsides. There we go, that's a good hit. Burning these ships probably won't work, especially against stage 45. It'll take you more time than you need, or you have, I should say, to burn her down. So just citadeling those parts, as we've seen before, are going to be your best friend. And then you have to whittle down the Louis the 16ths here. I think I might have used Joan of Arc to try and pass this. Oh no, I used Illinois as my go-to to try in any event, because if it's a secondary brawl, then Illinois is going to be great. If I need speed, she's great. AA, she's pretty okay. Gun, she's alright. Armor could be better, but it's in Iowa, so you get what you get. Alright, and we're got a couple more salvos here, and she'll be down. So again, really would like this ship in the game too, Louis the 16th. It's pretty much just a Republique from World of Warships. Is this North Carolina get the kill again? Maybe. Oh, almost. Kill secure. But yeah, that's one ship that has not made it into the game, which I feel players would like, actually. It's not nearly as strong as France, but it'd still be a good ship to have. Regardless, there's the event. I could have done a lot better, but again, I actually haven't played this in like a month or so. I've been playing a couple other games. I might show those off. Still deciding on if I want any other games added to my YouTube channel or not. But we did 903,000 damage, 2 ships were sunk, 143 shell hits, and 39 citadels. And then we will go over the tiny little Yamato afterwards in another video. For now, though, I think I am going to get Jellicoe. So perhaps you'll see a video on her in the future as well. And then again, French destroyers. I have not forgotten about them. Yes, they have been out for quite some time, but now we have the last two that we are told of, so I can do all the destroyers now. So look for those in the future as well. Thank you for watching, and have a good day. Take care.